May Allah grant you goodness. There are several points here. The first, the vastness of Allah's grace. The second, the great reward for monotheism with Allah. The third, that it expiates sins. The fourth, the explanation of the verse in Surah Al-An'am. The fifth, reflecting on the 5 things mentioned in the hadith of Ubadah. The sixth, if you combine this with the hadith of Uthman and what comes after it, the meaning of there is no God but Allah becomes clear to you. And it will also make clear to you the error of those who are deluded. The seventh, paying attention to the condition mentioned in the hadith of Uthman. The eighth, that even the prophets need to be reminded of the virtue of the statement, there is no God but Allah. The ninth, noting that it outweighs all of creation, even though many who say it have their scales lightened. The 10th, the explicit statement that the earths are 7, just like the heavens. The 11th, that they have inhabitants. The 12th, affirming the attributes, contrary to the Ash'aris. The 13th, if you understand the hadith of Anas, you will understand that his statement in the hadith of Uthman, for Allah has forbidden the fire to touch anyone who says La ilaha illallah, seeking thereby the face of Allah. Which means that abandoning shirk is not just saying it with the tongue. The 14th, reflecting on the combination. Reflecting on the combination of Jesus and Muhammad being both servants and messengers of Allah. The 15th, knowing the special status of Jesus as being the word of Allah. The 16th, knowing that he is a spirit from him. The 17th, knowing the virtue of believing in paradise and hell.
And the meaning of a spirit from him is that it is an honoring attribution from Allah, blessed and exalted. And whatever is attributed to Allah, blessed and exalted, is either an attribution of honor, or it is an attribution because it is one of the attributes of Allah, blessed and exalted. And our distinction between this and that, what was fragmented, meaning whatever is a physical body existing on its own, is an attribution of honor. Like you would say, the house of Allah, the camel of Allah, the spirit of Allah, and the like. So this is an attribution of honor when Allah, glorified and exalted, attributes it to himself. But if it is not a distinct entity on its own, but rather a meaning among meanings, then it is an attribute of Allah, glorified and exalted. So it becomes an attribute of Allah, blessed and exalted, like the knowledge of Allah, the wisdom of Allah, and the power of Allah. These are attributes of Allah, the exalted. Wisdom is not something you see walking on its own, or anything like that. So whatever is a distinct entity on its own, its attribution to Allah is an attribution of honor, and whatever is not like that, it is an attribution of an attribute to Allah, blessed and exalted.
17th, knowing the virtue of faith in paradise and hellfire. 18th, understanding his saying, according to what deeds were done. 19th, knowing that the scale has 2 pans. 20th, knowing the mention of the face.